here's my problem with it all. They say it's up to the fans when it comes to stuff like Power of the People, Taboo Tuesday, whatever the hell you want to call it. They say it's up to fans when it comes to things like the Slammy Awards. Log on to WWE.com, casting your votes, filling out ballots, and everything on Twitter by using hashtags and everything. They say it's up to the fans. But here's my problem with it all. Is it really up to the fans, or is it who they want to win the awards who usually end up winning them? Is it who John Laurinaitis wants to win the awards and Vince McMahon want to win the awards? Vince McMahon, of course, over in Iraq recently, visiting troops along with Kofi Kingston and the Bella Twins. Extensive coverage of that available on WWE.com, and a heartwarming story about how a 15-year-old boy who had his mother actually stationed over in Iraq somewhere had the opportunity to attend the Slammy Awards and got a cameo appearance for himself at the 2011 Slammys, the 3-hour spectacular. An entertaining story about that up on WWE.com, extensive coverage of that. The Tribute to the Troops show aired the following night after the Slammy Awards. Spoilers of that have been posted in our news center. I'll get to all that in a minute as well, what's happening on our Twitter page at HEW Entertainment Jonathan Clarke 1. They also presented an award for screw-ups on the microphone. I actually forget who won that award, but very different categories, from years past. Usually back in 96, 97, it would be the categories that mattered. Now we're just seeing categories put in place and the nominees just for a bit of comical relief and just take up a slot, I guess, on the show to take up 5 to 10 minutes. If I were to take some awards out of the ballot, it would have to have been things like Screw Up of the Year on the microphone, as we've been talking about microphone phobia over the last number of weeks here on the program. We have a lot of people with problems with talking on the mic and everything. I would have took that one out. I probably would have taken out Trending Star of the Year, although it was nice to see Ryder win something and how the kid's eventually going to end up being someone huge. There would have been a lot of things I would have taken off the ballot. But there are definitely those awards and those categories that are very deserving of being on the ballot too, like Game Changer of the Year, The Rock and John Cena. The Oh My God moment of the year is one that's worthy because it's a moment that you just talk about for months after it happens. We'll just have to see how next year's show is different from the one that we saw. The 2011 Slammys, all in all, 9 out of 10 is my rating of it. Because it was probably one of the more entertaining Slammys I have seen since they were brought back for the first time, I believe, in years, back in 08 or 09. So, it was fun seeing them, and probably the best updated version of the Slammys that I had seen in years. As I mentioned on the preview show here on YouTube.com, Jonathan Clarke 22, and in our audio archives, I like the updated format of the Slammys, how we have matches on the Slammys now, how it's a 3-hour show, it's a Raw show with every superstar on there. We have the legends there as presenters or cutting promos, whatever. I like the updated form, very different from sitting at a table in a restaurant type feel and getting up and saying a speech and accepting an award that a committee decides on. You have the ballads on the official website, you have Twitter, you have Facebook generating conversation and trending, and you have matches that happen on the show. So not only do you take time to acknowledge those who paid a lot in terms of contributions in that year that passed, but you also have an opportunity to do some last-minute things before a pay-per-view or to continue with your storylines and build on new storylines. Like the 2009 Slammys built up for a Kane-Kelly storyline when they presented Couple of the Year back about 2 years ago, but they didn't really do much with that. It involved Kane, Orton, The Miz, and Kelly right around the time that Orton's daughter had been born, and he really wasn't into the storyline and everything. So maybe that's why I killed it. It also built up for the return of the new Nexus and CM Punk from doing commentary for a number of months on NXT and Raw. And it also built up for a John Cena CM Punk program as well. So it also gives you the opportunity to not only acknowledge those who had tremendous contributions in the year that passed, but it also gives you the opportunity to build on new storylines. My fail of the night probably was the Trending Star of the Year, and the biggest thing that happened for me was Kane's return, because I really wasn't expecting that. But the fun part of the show, all in all, was the fact that all these legends came back. Some of them I've interviewed, and on a personal note, they were a pleasure to speak to, and I'd do it all over again if I had the opportunity to do so. Check out Ted DiBiase at MillionDollarMan.com, and we have Road Dogg on Facebook and working on the independents. You can find out information throughout Facebook on people like the Road Dogg and Tony Atlas, who are all there. Very happy to see some people back that I hadn't seen in years. A night of returns, if anything, to say the very least, and a very fun night for fans of wrestling who could remember watching it back in like 1985 when Laurinaitis was in top form, or when Tony Atlas had the bench press record, and probably could have contested himself with Mark Henry in an actual match. It was like getting in a time machine for me and going back to 1985, in my opinion. But all in all, 9 out of 10, taking 1 star off for a lot of stupid things that happened. But tell me your opinion by joining the conversation at Facebook.com, Jonathan Clarke, and YouTube.com, Jonathan Clarke 22. And another question I'm going to throw out over the airwaves is, do you believe that Kelly Kelly was really deserving of Divalicious Moment of the Year? I am speculating on that, whether I disagree with it or agree with it, because she did have a phenomenal year. She was on the Best Stuff of the Year issue of Maxim magazine recently, which sold out everywhere. She was voted one of the top 100 hottest women in the world by Maxim, and she won the Divas Championship in 2011. She had just as a successful year as Alberto Del Rio did this year, which is why I think he probably should have been rewarded Superstar of the Year. And if you would have scored on points, it would be a close run between Del Rio and Punk for Superstar of the Year, but I think Del Rio would have won that one anonymously if he would have scored on points. Here's how I look at it with Kelly Kelly. She did have a phenomenal year, and a resume she accumulated for herself in 2011 was fantastic. She had just as incredible of a year as Alberto Del Rio had. But do you really think she was deserving of Divalicious Moment of the Year, which apparently made up for Diva of the Year? Let me know by joining the conversation at Facebook.com, Jonathan Clarke, and YouTube.com, Jonathan Clarke 22. Join the over 800 fans on Facebook who are already contributing to the conversations we are generating and the debates we're discussing on our official Facebook page. Links to our official Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube account are available by clicking on social networks at the top of the website. Also, take advantage of the Add This button to bookmark us or add us to one of your favorite social networks, such as Facebook or Twitter. We have a number of different videos. The Slammy promo video is up there on our Twitter page. A lot of stuff happening on our Twitter page with over 800 people we are following for you and over 200 tweets sent out at the present time. We have exclusive videos of Jeanette McCarthy. We have an exclusive video of Victoria Justice, a number of music videos from her up there. I'll look at the Planet Kepler 22B, some iCarly videos up there. We have videos of Kane. Of course, the Kane Resurrected promo is up there. An exclusive video of Lillian Garcia talking about her return to WWE for the first time in years since she departed from the company several years ago. We have some Kelly Kelly and AJ videos and some theme music actually tweeted for you at Twitter. A lot of stuff, and I actually got an opportunity to tweet some Justin Bieber videos from the AMA Awards show, his performance with LMFAO, which has been documented by a number of different news networks and different things. Tweeted a lot of stuff about TLC, tweeted the Smurfs trailer, and we tweeted basically a lot of stuff. Here's the best way of summing it up. Tweeted a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff we're talking about on our radio program, and I tweeted a lot of stuff from our official website as well. Twitter is definitely a rich source of information and news. So definitely check all those videos out at twitter.com, HEW Entertainment. I also tweeted a number of different photos from our Photo Bucket Image Center. It's powered by photobucket.com. They offer you unlimited storage. Sign up today to store unlimited amounts of photos in your own personal albums to share on your favorite social networks such as Facebook and Twitter. Check them out by visiting photobucket.com. They power and take care of our Image Center. Also check out a number of different news articles found throughout our news center, over 16,000 news articles, including a look at CM Punk, Zack Ryder, Mick Foley, the Slammy Awards, a lot of different things, and even comments from Maria about recent comments directed towards her from the Bella Twins on the social networks. So definitely check out all those news articles happening in our news center. We've been on air here for almost 40 minutes. Thank you so much for listening to the program. Coming up after the commercial break, I've got some new music lined up for you from Theory of a Dead Man. You can check those guys out on Facebook and YouTube. and they have a new one called Out of My Head. I will spin that one for you next year on the program. Some new music from them is on the way. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next week when I once again contribute to the wrestling world by talking about or writing about something, and in this corner with Jonathan Clarke, about something happening in the world of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. Check out all our column archives for In This Corner with Jonathan Clarke by visiting our official website and clicking on things like radio and column found in the navigational bar at the top of the website. Theory of a Dead Man is next, their new one, Out of My Head, here on HCW Entertainment Variety Radio. I will see you next week. Follow me on Twitter at HCW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke 1.
Hey, I'm Demi Lovato from Sunny with the Champ, and you're watching Disney Channel. Hey, I'm Miley Cyrus from Hannah Montana, and you're watching Disney Channel. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Selena Gomez from Wizards of Waverly Place, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Hi there. We're the Jonas Brothers, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Hey, I'm Emily Osment from Hannah Montana, and you're watching Disney Channel. I'm Ashley Tisdale, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Let's see if I can do this. Take the wand and wave it like this and say a couple of magic